Maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Step on, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, in zone.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Justin Herbert and the Miami Dolphins versus Lamar Jackson and the Los Angeles Chargers.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 77 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
On the draw is Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is incomplete.
Jackson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. And third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive, and they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
He's brought down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He completes this to Sutton. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Lead instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He has a big thank you to say to his defense. He threw the interception, then boom, the defense gets it back.
But the ebb and flow of a game is something else, isn't it? But you made an excellent point. A big thanks is owed to that defense. They went out there on what we call sudden change after a turnover and didn't give up anything. In fact, took the ball away and set them up again. Really nicely done.
So a clean slate and a mulligan. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Taylor. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Justin Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cole Kmet, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Rams ready to go on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do it.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
But they were trying some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
At their own
There onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They find some open field here. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 37-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 46 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
A 61-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range.
What's the deal, y'all?
So that'll back him up 5. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Again, Jackson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point.
At the 43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. out of the gun, Herbert. His throw incomplete. Herbert's pass. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we come upon halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mark Andrews, 78 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional deeper into the secondary.
23 yards, the final tally. A great job pulling that one in from a guy who's is he's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stumped the run.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's third and goal. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
For DK Metcalf, incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
17.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They begin the drive with Williams. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 36, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson steps away to his left. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Chargers.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And Jackson throwing once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
4th down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
L.A. readies for its next possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. God keeps moving.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A pass there complete to Sutton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Herbert. Incomplete, nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 7, 1:14 to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Jackson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
2nd down and 7. Now Jackson. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Wow, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. To return, here's Agnew. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And it's incomplete. Now there is 1 second remaining. So they'll have time here for one more play. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Herbert. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So now here come the Dolphins. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Evans on the
he got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Herbert. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Dolphins. Tonight's final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Dolphins, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?